All right, now pleased to welcome in my number one player in the country, Cade Cunningham. I know, Cade, you're not number one in everybody's rankings, and I don't really do rankings, but I have you at number one just to make you feel a little bit better, all right?
I appreciate that. Thank you.
For those who haven't followed the AAU circuit or the high school circuit, who is Cade Cunningham for those who don't know yet?
I think basketball-wise, I'm a big playmaker. You know, I'm a leader. I really try to run my team to the best of my ability. I play hard. I defend. I think, I do a little bit of everything on the court, and I win. So I think that's the biggest thing you want in a player.
I have never seen a player like you, Cade. You know, when people ask me the comparison, who do you like as a comparison? Is there one that you have seen or heard that you're like, yeah, that's pretty good?
I really watch a whole lot of Luka Doncic. Because he's another 6'7" guard. And I've always been a LeBron fan, so LeBron is obviously, his level that's gonna be hard to attain. So I'm not saying that's my player comparison, but that's somebody that I try to be like for sure.
You told me earlier this year that you didn't really love being called the point guard necessarily. That you just, it's that positionless basketball. Do you feel like that's kind of what sets you apart from a lot of guys, that you're big, you don't look like a point guard, but you have some of those point guard traits at your size, the ability to pass the ball, the ability to rebound at a high level. How do you describe yourself if people try to pigeonhole you into a position?
I feel like the positions are fake. They're just labels that you don't really need. I feel like having somebody that can create plays for a team and make plays is super valuable for a team. So, the bigger they are, the better. And I feel like I'm a big guard, but, just being labeled as a point guard, doesn't really hold too much weight to me. Giannis brings the ball up a ton for Milwaukee, and LeBron brings the ball up. He's basically LA's point guard. So, I mean, the labels don't really mean anything to me. Just being the best player I can be is really the biggest goal. And making plays for my team.
All right, we've decided that you do a little bit of everything well. What do you need to work on before you get to Oklahoma State? What's the area where you're saying to yourself, I'm not there. I need to be a lot further along?
I think the biggest thing that I've been working on lately is, definitely my jump shooting, off the dribble and spot up. And, I've always, kind of had the approach of, are any of my skill levels at all-star level? Could I be an all-star right now? And, I think that's kind of kept me humble and, wanting to grind, because in a couple of years I'm going to be, hopefully, Lord willing, playing against some all-stars. So, I've definitely been working on every aspect of my game, but jump shooting is the one I'm taking the most serious for sure.
All right, so the first time I saw you play, I looked at you and everybody told me how good you were and everything like that. And I looked at you and I said, like, all right, why isn't he's from Arlington, Texas. Why isn't he playing football? What happened there? Why did you give up football? And when did you give up football?
I gave it up my freshman year. I was done with it after that. And I really do it deep down in my heart believe that I could have been a really big time quarterback. But I just never really had the passion for it. I never looked forward to practice or, working out on my own. So I just, I didn't have the passion for it. It was outside. It's hot in Texas. I just wanted to be inside in the AC. So basketball is my route.
So Mike Boynton hires your brother, Cannon, and as an assistant coach, and everybody thinks this thing's a lock. As it turns out, everybody was right. How tough a decision was it, though, to choose Oklahoma State over the Blue? I mean, you could have went to Kentucky. You could have went to Duke. You had your pick of pretty much wherever you wanted to go. How difficult the decision was it?
It was a tough one for sure. It definitely wasn't as simple as everybody made it seem to be. But, I just, stuck with my heart at the end. There was a lot of changing throughout the process. There was a lot of different ideas going around. And, I really didn't know. I was really up in the air. But, at the end of the day, blood was thicker than water for me. So win with Oklahoma State.
A lot of people have said in the past, Cade, you've seen some examples recently, Markelle Fultz, Ben Simmons, guys going kind of the other route, right? Guys not going with the blue bloods, with the traditional powers, and it not working out. Why will this be different?
I think Oklahoma State was kind of slept on this year. Before Isaac got sick, I think Oklahoma State was really competing. If you go and watch what they were doing before he got sick, they were winning games and they were looking really good. So I think it's a lot different than those other situations. And I mean, people are just gonna have to see. Nobody can tell the future, but I'm pretty confident about this one for sure.
What was it about the G League route? I mean, some kids, listen, I've said it. Some kids don't love college. Maybe don't want to go to school, whatever. Like, I think it's a good avenue to have so that kids don't have to go overseas if they don't want to and can still make money and be trained in the United States. So what was it, though, for you that ultimately where you decided, hey, I want to play college?
I think, the college experience just in general, I feel like, that's tough to beat. I want to play in, the Kansas Arena and Allen Fieldhouse and, play against that team and against those fans. I want to go to Texas Tech and play. And, I feel like having that, that's going to be tough to beat, especially in the G League route where, there's not a whole lot of fans and watching. I feel like that's what basketball is. It's a form of entertainment. And I feel like basketball players are entertainers. So, I want to play in front of a lot of fans and entertain people and do what I love to do. So, I just feel like the college route was the best route for me, and I was sticking to that.
What do you want to accomplish team-wise and individually?
I want to win as many games as possible. Obviously the goal is national championship. I feel like if you're not shooting for that in college basketball, then there's no reason to be playing college basketball. I want to win a national championship and win as many games as possible. The team's record last year wasn't as great as it could have been, but I feel like that's not, that's last year, that's in the past. So just trying to win as many games as possible, and I want to be the best, leader and teammate as possible, and best player I can be. I feel like if I play well, then the team will be better. So just, being the best me I can be.